All right, we've got a box of pennies, unfortunately customer, and a box of quarters, unfortunately customer. We're going to play a little game today. Whoever gets the most points, and the points are very simple. 5 wheat cents equals 1 W quarter. It should be pretty even. Of course, if there's a lot of W's, then they'll win. If there's a lot of wheat cents, these will win. So let's start out with the pennies. Roll number 2, not a wheat cent, but a 50s, 1959D. At least I think it's not a wheat cent. It's not. If it was, that would probably be worth a little bit, but it's not. So on to the next roll. Not going to complain. Third roll, same deal. If it'll focus, 1959D. Roll 8, 1976 Canadian. So that's cool. That same roll, after 3 60s in a row, we have our first wheat cent, and it is going to be 1946. Roll 10, facing us, we had a 1958 Denver. That'll be our second wheat cent. And a very nice 1960s, 1969S. Obviously have not checked that yet. Next roll, another 1959, this time out of Philly. Next roll was pretty good too. We have our third wheat cent, 1952 Denver, I believe. It looks really worn though. Another nice 1960s, a 1960D this time, and another 1959, this time out of Denver for the third time. We have our fourth 59D, our fifth 59 total, which puts us near my record of about 6 in a box, so that's impressive. Roll 21, another blazer, this time from the earlier 60s, a 1963D, so that's nice. Hello. This was front facing, and as you can see, we have a teens wheat cent. Looks like it's a 1913 in pretty decent shape. That's only my 12th teens cent, and my one of my 15 oldest, if not probably in the top 5 oldest. Wow. Roll like 30, I think. It's been a little quiet, but another 59D, because, you know, we got to make it 6. This one was an ender, but on that roll, so we didn't see it till it came out. Came out facing us, 56D, our 5th of the day. That same roll, another blazer 64D, as well as another 59D. Next roll, 1975 out of Canada, our second of the box. This one roll just doubled our Canadians. We have a 73 and an 87. 5th Canadian to tie the wheats, 1967. Nice. A dozen rolls left and another, guess what? 59D. Next roll, another 59, this time out of Philly. Focus. There we go. Maybe 10 or so rolls left. 1990. Only 7 rolls left. Another wheat cent, our 6th of the box, 1940. In that same roll facing us in 1946, our 7th wheat cent of the box. Next one, 1994. Another Canadian, this time 1965, nice. Last roll, another Canadian, 1984. Quite the hunt, 106 pennies from the 60s, so that's a lot to begin with. 9 from 1959, that's 2 from Philly and the rest from Denver. We had a couple nice cents as well, especially over here on this side, or I guess over here on this side rather, and then some nicer ones in the 70s and early 80s as well. Canadians, everything from 65, we had 9 total all the way until 1994, so a little bit of everything in there, and then also the wheat cents, which I haven't put out yet. We got 7 wheat cents. 1913 is going to be the oldest. 1940, 2 46s, a 52D, 56D, and 58D. Now it's time for the quarters. As always, I organize them into roll type first, so let's do that. All right, we're ready to go. Let's do it. Roll 11, and not a W, but a very nice Utah quarter with hardly any scratches on it, so that's very nice. Small little die chip on this quarter. We'll keep it off to the side. Not sure if we'll keep it though. We have our first find, and it is going to be from 2015. Look at that. Only like 8 rolls left, and finally we have a W. It's going to be 2019 because there's no privy, and it's a San Antonio Missions. Nice. Only 5 rolls left, so roll 46, and we have a nice Bahamas quarter from 2015. I'm not sure I've got one of these, at least this new of one, so that's kind of cool. Final roll, and not silver because I saw it. I mean, unless it's a foreign silver, but I know that it's foreign, and it is 2006 RCM, it looks like, from Canada. I'm sorry, P, because apparently I can't see. The quarters were actually quite interesting. We had 3 foreigns, a 2006 Canada, 2015 1 franc, and a 2015 Bahamas quarter. We had a few Washington crossing the Delaware die chips. You can see one there, and one there. Those are all different than the first one that I showed you, which was a more minor die chip. Actually, I'm going to stay zoomed in. We have a nice die crack here on this 1996 down here at the bottom side of the obverse of the quarter. And then, of course, the San Antonio Missions W quarter. So overall, a really cool and variety, what's the adjective? Variety hunt.